Joining me now, former Senator Scott Brown, Gina Loudon, and Morgan Ortagus. Gina, I want to talk to you about, more and more. Reince Priebus was on, I think, Fox and Friends this morning, and he talked openly more and more about a contested convention. I filled in for Neil Cavuto last week, and I grilled him on it. I was shocked, to be quite frank with you, that the GOP will be making up the rules just ahead of the convention, which leaves everyone's going to be upset about that. The rules probably should have already been in place. But what do you make of a potential brokered convention?
The establishment is tone deaf. Charles, I can't believe that they don't understand. For example, going forward, my prediction, if Rubio, for example, doesn't win Florida, if Kasich doesn't win Ohio, and if both of them stay in this race simply to siphon votes, delegate votes off of Trump and Cruz, the GOP will never forgive them. They will be not viable going forward forever. Secondly, if the GOP messes with this election, it will fall apart. It will be shredded, Charles. There's no way that voters, especially those as passionate as the ones for Cruz and Trump, are going to sit down for this. It's not going to happen. They can't make this happen with the force of their sheer power, right, like they've been able to do for years. You know, Senator
Brown, I know that you've been a diplomat throughout this. You obviously, you've worked with Donald Trump. You helped him in Massachusetts and other places, but it's tough hearing the answers from a Reince Priebus and some of these other guys and not feel like there's a conspiracy out there to stop the non-establishment candidates.
Well, there's certainly a major effort by the so-called establishment and others to make sure that he's not the nominee. But listen, Charles, the rules are already in place from the last convention. They will go in the ordinary course and make suggestions and try to put the rules and make them a little bit different. Here's the thing, though. Everybody right now, the remaining 4 candidates, 2 of which I actually know already have legal teams in place to make sure there's no so-called hanky-panky. That being said, I wouldn't put anything past, the leadership of any party, the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. So I'm hopeful that the legal teams will get together, and the 4 people, if there are 4 people left, they need to be in that room to determine what the rules are. You just can't let Reince and others just willy-nilly just do it. So we'll see. People are saying, Morgan, how come Marco Rubio so confident saying he's going to stay it into the end? Why would a Kasich, even with 1 win under his belt, stay in it? I mean, people are saying either one of those guys is going to be the establishment choice and somehow be propelled to the nomination behind closed doors.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, listen, I think the bottom line is this party is broken. This party is fractured. The establishment, whatever that is, has been beaten by Trump. No matter what happens in this race, this party is really broken. So if it's Trump or if it's Cruz coming out of this convention into the fight against Hillary, they have to bring this party together. I am shocked on both sides, people who are vehemently for and vehemently against Trump. These are people that have been lifelong conservatives that may be passionately for him and against him. And I see a lot of people who have spent their entire lives voting Republicans talking about sitting out this election. Either way, I think it's a fractured party. I think you can't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. I'm worried about the state of our party going into November. And anybody who is foolish enough to think that this party isn't broken already, whether Trump is the nominee or not, is really deceiving themselves.
All right, guys, let's leave it there. A reminder, voting underway right now in those key 5 states. It's winter.